Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. Pennsylvania State Police in Frackville report that one man is in custody following a deadly shooting in Schuylkill County on Saturday. According to troopers, the incident took place at 31 Franklin Street in East Union Township around 8 o'clock p.m. Following an investigation, troopers say 67-year-old John Francis Gustites was taken into custody and charged with third-degree criminal homicide, aggravated assault, recklessly endangering another person, and simple assault. Gustites is currently behind bars at the Schuylkill County Prison. Additional details regarding the shooting have not yet been released. Stay tuned on WYLN News for updates. 7 children were transported to the Lehigh Valley Hospital in Hazleton on Thursday, September 26, following a motor vehicle crash on Alter Street. According to Pennsylvania State Police, the crash took place behind the 100 building of Hazleton Apartments around 4 o'clock p.m. Troopers say the crash was allegedly caused by a braking system malfunction, but that the driver was able to safely navigate the transport van into 2 trees. According to state police, the 7 juvenile passengers were all able to exit the vehicle under their own will and were transported by the EMS to the Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton for suspected minor injuries. The juveniles were later released to their parents. The investigation into the incident remains ongoing. A man from Scranton has been taken into custody after his concealed firearm discharged inside a grocery store. According to police, the gunshot was fired inside the Garrity's supermarket in Scranton on Sunday. Charles Rhino was taken into custody after police say he was seen on surveillance footage carrying a concealed firearm that discharged. When the shot went off, officers say Rhino looked around as if he had no role in this discharge and fled the scene. Rhino was later identified and taken into custody at his residence. Rhino has been charged with firearms not to be carried without a license, recklessly endangering another person, criminal mischief, and discharging a weapon within city limits. Police say the incident was isolated and there is no further threat to the public. Coming up on WYLN News, PennDOT announces upcoming lane restrictions in Luzerne County. Plus, the Pause for a Cause dog walk is right around the corner. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News is brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network Express Care, now open on the Airport Beltway in Hazel Township. Walk-in care 365 days a year for common illness and minor injuries.
Hi, my name is Melania. Tomorrow is going to be cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cher's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cher's is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLN-TV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to WYLN News. PennDOT has announced that lane restrictions will once again be in place on Route 309 in Kingston on Tuesday. According to officials, the lane restrictions will be in place between Sheets and the intersection of Carverton and Church Street between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. During that time, crews will be working on installing traffic signal heads and mast arms. Motorists are encouraged to use alternate routes as delays are expected to occur. To check conditions on major roadways, you can visit 501pa.com. Supporting Autism and Families Everywhere, or SAFE, is gearing up for their 18th annual Pause for a Cause dog walk on Sunday, October 6th. The annual dog walk will be held at Whitetail Preserve in Black Creek Township and will begin the registration at 12:30 p.m. The event will feature a pet costume contest and the annual blessing of the animals. The cost is $15 per dog, and all proceeds will assist with the purchase of a service dog for a local autistic child. For additional information about sponsorship or vendor opportunities at the event, you can call 570-535-0293. Supporting Autism and Families Everywhere is also inviting the public to take part in their annual Drive for Autism golf tournament. The golf tournament will take place on October 11th at the Blue Ridge Trail Golf Course in Mountaintop. Registration for the event is on a first-come, first-served basis beginning at 11 a.m. The cost to participate is $500 for 4 golfers. Funds raised during the event will benefit SAFE, a nonprofit organization providing support for families and children with autism. For additional information about SAFE or the golf tournament, you can visit autismsafe.org. Coming up on Pistons News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Wilkes-Barre Part 1. Plus, we check in with Luzerne County Manager Romilda Crocomo on Crocomo's County Report. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Contact Pete Casalica for a home and auto quote today.
F&L Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier for over 50 years, providing quality products and services to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry garage doors from leading manufacturers in the industry like Rainer. They guarantee parts and service for your home or business, from new construction to replacement doors, inspections, and service calls. F&L Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR or visit F&L Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township or Schuylkill Haven. Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Today, one tends to think of the original 13 colonies as having had their basic shapes early on. In the early years of America, however, this was not always the case. The Wyoming Valley was a notable area of conflict, as Charles II had, in 1662, granted a royal charter to Connecticut settlers in the area. In 1681, Charles then granted the same land to William Penn. Both colonies sought to send their residents into the valley and claim it for themselves. It was thus in 1769 that a group of Connecticut settlers set up a new community along the Susquehanna that they named Wilkes-Barre, in dual honor of John Wilkes and Isaac Barry, prominent members of Parliament who strongly championed the rights of American colonists. The Connecticut settlers also established Fort Durkee, named for their military leader John Durkee, on the site. Pennsylvania militias, however, quickly attacked the settlement, which changed hands several times during what became known as the Yankee-Pennamite Wars. Fighting raged on and off for several years until the Decree of Trenton in 1782 officially declared the land to be Pennsylvania's. Pennsylvania militias forced Connecticut settlers out of the area, but they returned in force in 1784, burning Wilkes-Barre's Fort Dickinson. For a while, it was proposed a new state, to be named Westmoreland, be set up in northeastern Pennsylvania, but ultimately a compromise was reached in which Connecticut settlers would accept Pennsylvanian ownership of the area in exchange for Pennsylvania granting them legal citizenship. While the colonies were fighting each other, residents also had to worry about native attacks as well. During the height of the Revolution, with many natives siding with British forces, this became a very deep concern. One notable attack occurred November 2, 1778, when Delaware natives raided the Slocum family farm and carried off 5-year-old Frances Slocum. She was taken west into today's Indiana, where she fully assimilated into the Miami tribe, taking the name Mackinac, or Little Bear, and marrying the chief Deaf Man. In 1837, 59 years after her capture, Slocum was reunited with 3 of her surviving siblings who had received words of her whereabouts from a trader. Slocum, however, chose to stay with the Miami in the end. Her white heritage ultimately protected her from removal as settlers moved west, as the United States government exempted her and her family when the rest of the Miami were dispersed from their homelands. Frances Slocum today rests in Indiana, but lives on the Wilkes-Barre area through Frances Slocum State Park. Back in the Wyoming Valley, Wilkes-Barre was starting to grow at the turn of the 19th century. When Luzerne County was created out of Northumberland County on September 25, 1786, Wilkes-Barre was named the county seat. In its initial configuration, Luzerne County included land in the future Lackawanna, Bradford, Susquehanna, and Wyoming counties as well. The new county was named in honor of the Chevalier de la Luzerne, French ambassador to the United States, who had strongly supported the fledgling nation, using his own money to buy food for American troops during the Revolution. And Wilkes-Barre would have a major brush with French royalty soon after Luzerne County's founding, as future French King Louis Philippe stopped by in 1795 when going to visit the French immigrant community of Azilum near Towanda. Several decades later, after assuming the throne, Louis Philippe would have another connection with Wilkes-Barre in 1845, when, by royal invitation, he allowed Seine of George Catlin to be the first American artist to display his work at the Louvre. Soon, though, Wilkes-Barre would be the site of a discovery that would spark the Industrial Revolution. Judge Jesse Fell, who served the town, believed that coal could be burned in open-air grates, with the natural vent source of the air underneath allowing the coal to burn longer. On February 11, 1808, Fell experimented with this theory on his own stove. It succeeded, and Judge Fell's discovery would allow coal to become the widespread fuel source of the Industrial Revolution. Once Judge Fell's discovery became widely known, Wilkes-Barre's growth accelerated. The Easton Wilkes-Barre Turnpike, today's Route 115, was built in 1815. The first canal boats flowed through the burgeoning community in 1834. They would continue through 1881. And the railroads, soon to be a major industry in the city, first arrived in Wilkes-Barre in 1843.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Hi everybody. This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, an exciting show. Jen ruptured a disc at work. She was fired. We got her better. She got an attorney, got settlement, and has a beautiful life. So check in on a great show this week.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hi, welcome to Kokomo's County Report. I'm here with Luzerne County Manager Imelda Kokomo. How are you today?
I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, I've been pretty good, especially with the fall season continuing its breeze. And
it's beautiful. Yeah. Fall foliage. The trees the colors are changing, and it's going to be absolutely stunning soon.
Yeah. So with upcoming things going up, you said you mentioned before that you had an upcoming opioid thing coming up, or what?
As people may be aware, we received monies from an opioid settlement. We'll be receiving probably over $1 million each year for the next 25 years to combat the opioid crisis. So tonight, 5 o'clock, we'll be having a public hearing. You can attend by Zoom, and we're going to outline the nature of the settlement and how the money can be used. There's an exhibit that's attached to the settlement that outlines what type of programs the monies can be used, and we'll have our application process. And then we'll have a process of interviewing candidates for the monies. So it really is, we have the district attorney involved, we have our warden involved, we have the head of our drug and alcohol involved, we have a citizen participant, and we have John Lombardo, who is the chair of county council, and myself. And so the people who are really the boots on the ground are Ryan Hogan, who is the head of our drug and alcohol department, our district attorney, Sam Sanguadolce, our chairman of our county council is a firefighter and a first responder, so he's boots on the ground, and Mary Butera, our citizen participant, is involved and has experience with drug and alcohol counseling. So we really have a core group of people who understand the issues and the challenges that we're facing because of the opioid epidemic, and really bright people who want to find solutions.
Now, aside from that, if I recall, last time we had a discussion about the unutilization of the drop boxes. Is that correct? Also, something I was not quite expecting to hear about during the following of this. People were not quite pleased, and there were protests, if I'm correct?
There were a few people who came to the county courthouse and conducted what was a peaceful protest. There were some exchanges going back and forth. The reason why I made the decision not to deploy the drop boxes isn't a condemnation or an indictment against drop boxes. The problem is I cannot guarantee their safety. And for the safety of my staff, particularly the sheriffs, who have to go to retrieve the ballots from the drop boxes, and the general public who will use the drop boxes, I can't guarantee it. It's our responsibility, the county's responsibility, their county property, and I just can't do that. Not for this election, not for the general election of 2024. It is definitely a very heartbreaking situation here in Luzerne County. It is ready to engulf. People are not listening to each other. They're screaming at each other. Threats are being made. We get threats to the Bureau. It's just really disheartening. Voting is one of our core, if not the most fundamental democratic value that we have. It's for democracy. It's this cornerstone of our democracy. Your vote is sacred. Your vote is private and confidential. And we're just in a situation here that is very troubling.
I can't argue with that. It's with voting being one of the most important topics, especially in government elections, and nothing is arguable about that. That makes, and I think they should be secure and all that. And
right. And I'm not talking about other counties. Other counties are in different situations than we are. My concern is Luzerne County, and my concern is the staff and the voting public. And my job is to make sure we have fair, free, and secure elections. I take that charge very seriously, and that's what I'm going to deliver.
So to clarify, they're going to remain unutilized. And
at this point, my decision is not to deploy them.
All right. Well, with the upcoming election, they're going to have to stick with whatever is available to do.
And there's options. We have mail-in ballots. You can use the postal system. I want to say something about our postal workers. I want to thank you for the work that they do. They've been disparaged in the last few months, and especially the last few weeks. They do a great job, and they work very well with the county to deliver our mail-in ballots to the county in a timely and efficient manner. So I want to really say thank you to our postal workers. And of course, you can come to the county, hand in your mail-in ballot if you so choose, And then you can actually also you have the option of voting on Election Day as well.
Well, I definitely look forward to that day. I've got a plan.
You know where to go.
Yes.
Vote.
Well, I'm glad to hear that info, and hopefully things ease more into what we just deal with what we got. That's basically
that's right. Be civil to each other. Let's try that.
Well, I guess that's that for Kokomo's County Report. I'm Preston Endress. This is Romilda Kokomo. So I guess we'll see what the world has for us, or at least the county has for us next time.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.